ever just get that itch to play one of those classic NES style games? Well, Orebody Binder's Tale may be something you're looking for. You play as Binder, a robot who's fallen from the sky city of Galvanstad and then befriends a human tinker named Fargle. Fargle is murdered, so Binder then takes it upon himself to get revenge on his fellow robots. This review's going to be a bit shorter than my typical format, but I still want to be able to speak my thoughts thoroughly on the game, so here we go. This isn't a spoiler, as it's stated in the bio. There's 5 levels and 15 bosses, and each stage has a lively and unique background, especially considering that Orebody was initially released as an NES cartridge. I wasn't blown away by any specific tune, but they're definitely enjoyable. I do like that the backgrounds have some movement, such as the fire in stage 1 or the blizzard during stage 4. However, there were times where the enemies blended almost too good with the environment, or it could be hard to tell the background from the foreground. But I didn't find that to be that big of an issue overall, plus you have the luxury to switch color palettes, which I always find to be a nice touch. That being said, I'm not one to be bothered by these things, so if you're one of those people, then you have been warned. At a glance, Orebody may seem like a Mega Man clone, but it actually plays fairly differently. The combat's a bit slower as you can't shoot as fast, and many of the platforming involves evading your way around enemy projectiles, so timing your jumps is key. This may sound easy to you, but in Orebody, you only get 3 hits per stage or more depending on the difficulty you choose. I started with 3 and quickly learned I'm not good enough to beat the game with 3 lives per stage. If you're struggling, however, you are able to do quick saves that are similar to the Switch NES Online. Along your journey, you'll pick up weapon upgrades which can help you defeat bosses and enemies quicker, and you'll also unlock an ability after beating a level which you'll then use throughout the rest of the game. I think my one gripe with the gameplay here is that the air dash can be unresponsive at times and can really hinder some of the platforming in some sections. Overall though, I had a great time mastering each level because if you've played an NES game, then you know it makes you strive for perfection. I got game overed a handful of times in the city of Viralin, and it felt great replaying it as I slowly began to memorize each aspect of the level. Now, something that I loved about Orebody is the boss fights. You get these fun little dialogue scenes that introduces each one before the fight, and this definitely helps build the immersion. Now, a lot of the bosses aren't overly challenging, but when you consider that you'll face more than one per level and that you can't afford to give up damage, then it becomes more difficult. Each one usually has between 1 and 2 attacks, and the sprites are very well made for a game built for the NES. The bosses carry unique names and movesets for you to memorize, so you'll want to do your best to figure out ways to be in the least amount of danger as possible. It takes a certain type of person to want to take on the classic difficulty of these retro titles, but if you're looking for a game with some difficulty, a classic NES look and feel, and some fun boss sequences, then Orebody may be the game for you. Don't expect anything more than it is, with it being an 8-bit retro title, but if you enjoy these types of games, then I do highly recommend it. And if you're a newcomer to the genre and worry about the difficulty, just know that you have the quick save feature to help you out. You can find Orebody Binder's Tale on the Switch, Steam, and NES. I hope you all enjoyed this shorter form review in which I plan to do more of, and if you like content like this, then do please leave a like and subscribe, as you can expect to find plenty of similar videos. So, until next time.